Today at the Adobe Ring Ranch, we will be moving Cholla. Stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back. This is actually video attempt number 2. Yesterday's video was an epic fail due to the crazy winds that we were experiencing, and the sound quality was absolutely horrible, so I wound up deleting all of the footage from yesterday. So today I'm gonna give you just a little background on what I started yesterday and what I'll be continuing to do today. I'm going to be moving some of these smaller Cholla cactus. At first I was just going to be tossing them over the fence line to get them out of our guinea pen area, but I quickly discovered that I might be able to use this as a little defense mechanism. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what I have in mind. Okay, so this is another variety of a Cholla cactus. This one's a little bit low to the ground. It stays about maybe 6 inches off the ground, and it does have many teeth on it. I don't know if anyone remembers the circular bed video a couple of days ago I had done and shown you a cousin of this Cholla. It was taller, had just as many spines to it, but it did have a purple flower to it. This one here, unfortunately, when I did yesterday's video, this flower was completely open, and as you can see, it probably had been pollinated and it's on its way out now. If I can find that photo in my trash, I will try to attach it to this video. Anyway, I have a love-hate relationship with this plant, because when I first came here to the ranch, I used to hike the property, and these little cactus used to attach themselves to my work boots, my socks, and on occasion my skin. It's just what they do. An animal or a person walking by would get too close, and these little segments of the plants would break off and stick to, say, your clothing or animal's fur. And as you walk around the desert, they would fall off and hit the dirt and wind up rooting in another location. So it's their way of multiplying and moving the plant material around from location to location. But as far as them biting, I was not a huge fan. However, I will show you that over here, some little critter finds it a nice secure home. This actually is a tarantula burrow. As you can see, the little webbing around the outside of the hole, it either A, closes it off so nothing goes in to bother the tarantula, or a bug coming by would send a little notification to the tarantula, and she would come running out. So regardless, the little tarantulas found themselves a little home underneath this little patch of Cholla. So the reason behind this video is that within our guinea pen area, I have quite a bit of this Cholla in little patches throughout, and Not that I'm too concerned about the guinea hens getting poked by these. I'm not too thrilled about getting poked by these. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting dumber as the years go by. So I thought, while I have my wits about me, I'm going to start removing some of these cholla out of this pen area. I'm sure I won't be able to remove all of them. I'm sure some will be hiding out on me, but I'd be happy with 90% of these chollas moved. So initially the plan was I was just going to dig them up and heave them over the other side of the pen. But then I thought to myself, why not use this as a possibility to keep some of the outside critters from getting into the guinea pen. So what I've decided to do is dig up these little patches, and all along the base of our fence, I decided to put the chollas on the dirt along the base. The wire of the fence does go as low to the ground as possible, and we also have a strand of barbed wire at the end, but there's still some gaps here and there, and I thought, why not take the chollas and just put them along the base of the fence line. The chollas do not need to be dug into the ground. As I mentioned earlier, they basically hitch a ride on somebody, fall off, and root themselves into the ground. So basically all I have to do is lay them onto the dirt. So it's pretty simple. But as you can see, all along the fence line, I decided to run these little patches of cholla all along the base to cover up that little gap between the ground and the fence. And I'm sure over time most of these will take root and be a good deterrent from a lot of the animals on the outside of the fence. Another plus to this would be that these do flower, and they do get a nice yellow flower on them. So if they do take and do well, it would be a nice little row of yellow flowers popping up here and there. So I did a lot of this yesterday, like I said. We had a lot of overcast, but the wind was horrendous and the sound quality to the video was really bad. So I thought I would just do another quick little video just to show you what I was playing with and what I'm currently working on. I will continue the line of cholla all the way up to the garden area, and I think I'll call it quits after that. But for right now, I still have my workout cut out for me. There's plenty of cholla still here. I will leave the cholla where the tarantula decided to make its little home, because I don't want to disturb that. I'll just leave that where it is. But for the rest of these patches, I'm going to get up as much as I can. I think I got more than half of them already removed, but this patch in the center here is there's quite a bit in here. So it's going to take a little doing, but a little bit at a time. I'm in no rush. I got plenty of time to do it. Over here, there was a prickly pear cactus that I kind of am going to leave. There were a lot of dead pads around the outer ring of this plant, sort of like this, and I just kind of chopped them off and disposed of those little pads just to give the mother plant a fighting chance. It looks like she did bloom, and this is prickly pear fruit starting to form, by the way. They will get larger and turn a purpley color. She is also putting on some new little pads here, more new growth. So I don't think she's completely dying, so that's a good sign. I'm sure as the summer progresses, this one will just get better and better. But anyway, the project of the last couple of days has been these cholla, and they are vicious. I'm doing my best not to get stabbed. They are attaching themselves to my work boots, but that's as expected. There's a little patch. Some of it's turning green. So seems like that last rainstorm we had started to get these things flowing, but they are like tucked in amongst all of this dead vegetation here, so it's going to be fun getting that out of there. All right, so I'm going to call that a little wrap on this video. I wanted to try to get this one in before I forgot about doing it, considering yesterday was a disaster. So, as always, I hope everyone's having a great day, and sending love from the Adobe Ring Ranch.